Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the September 15th edition of Carolina Week. No more underloading. Carolina students will now have just 8 semesters to fulfill graduation requirements.
Gas prices are up. What are students doing to avoid the high costs?
In sports, we'll tell you everything you need to know about the new lacrosse coach.
Weathercaster Katie Costa will tell us if this late summer heat will continue.
Plus, having a hot time in Hillsborough. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Monday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Bethany Tuggle.
And I'm Gervais Hagerty. Thanks for joining us. For those in the class of 2011 don't count in a 5th year at Carolina, reporter Ashley Wilkinson takes a look at a new policy and how the UNC community is reacting.
The policy will require students to graduate within 4 years. Current juniors and seniors are in the clear, but those who were part of the 2011 graduating class are affected. Sophomore Elliot Montpellier says that he's disappointed that he doesn't have the option of staying longer.
I just feel like we're here to get an education, and if we're willing to pay for it, then that's what we're here for, and we should be able to take full advantage of the community here and the professors and everything that's available to us.
Students aren't the only ones with an opinion about the policy. Senior advisor for the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Richard Kramer, says an extra semester is a good idea.
It allowed students, first of all, to pick up second majors more easily. It allowed students to take extra courses. They might want to actually learn a little bit more than they would in just 8 semesters.
Some feel the policy doesn't take into account the busy lives of college students, and sometimes it would be best for a student to take a reduced class load.
One of the things that this is not recognizing is the number of students who work and really don't have time to take a full load, maybe a 15-hour load each term.
Finding out about the policy after they've been enrolled in school for a year, the class of 2011 might not be able to do everything they've been planning on doing.
I know without that extra semester, maybe I'll probably end up having to do a summer here, which I wasn't planning. I might not end up studying abroad. And those are all things that really brought me to this university.
Although students are unhappy about the new policy, the university hopes it will encourage students to stay on top of their work and achieve academic success. In Chapel Hill, I'm Ashley Wilkinson, Carolina Week.
The university doesn't plan to kick anyone out after 8 semesters and will develop ways to work with those who aren't on track. And for students planning to graduate this May, one organization offers a very unusual experience. Carolina seniors are looking to make a difference and are logging on to learn more about a unique opportunity for post-grad life. Teach for America is an organization of top undergraduates and professionals who commit 2 years to teaching in some of America's most underprivileged public schools. Considering the types of students who come here, it's easy to understand why Carolina has the highest percentage of students taking part.
The values we stretch on this campus too, and the kind of kids that come to this school are the kind of kids that are much more inclined to give of their time in this way.
To find an application, you can visit our website at carolinaweek.org.
We're still feeling Hurricane Ike's effect on gas prices. Motorists are paying up to $4 a gallon throughout the Triangle. Prices came down a little by Sunday afternoon, but they were still high enough to leave many gas stations deserted. Limited supplies of gas have left some pumps out of service, and high prices caused many to buy only as much as they could afford. Many customers are complaining, and the Attorney General is investigating claims of price gouging. Gas prices are high, but reporter Candace Rich tells us how we can get where we want to go without going broke in the process.
High gas prices are good if you sell gas.
Here the customers are also very good, and the business also very good.
But not so good if you're a buyer. The prices are forcing people to make changes to their daily lives.
It's been pretty difficult. I over the summer worked in Cary, 30 minutes away, so that was a lot of gas money over the summer.
You can protect your hard-earned money by walking or riding a bike. Bike racks in Carrboro and on USC's campus are full up these days. Taking the bus also helps.
When I got to Chapel Hill, I definitely use the bus as much as I can and try to coordinate errands so that you're not driving back and forth too much.
USC's campus makes it easier for students not to worry about gas. On a campus where life's necessities are only a few-minute walk away, a moped might be your better option. So 5 ways to beat the high costs: mopeds and bikes, walking, carpooling, and busing. So before you pay dearly at the pump, try a less expensive way to get around. In Chapel Hill, I'm Candace Rich, Carolina Week.
If Hurricane Ike did significant damage to gas pipelines in Houston area, we might have even more reason to look for alternative transportation. One of those alternatives has been around for a long time, and now more students have a reduced price ticket to ride. Duke University is now offering its community members subsidized fares for riding Durham Area Transit Authority. Duke joins North Carolina State University, Meredith College, and UNC Chapel Hill in encouraging students, faculty, and staff to use mass transit by lowering rates. With high temperatures and gas prices, taking a bus seems to be the way to go.
You don't need a car to get to Memorial Hall for this week's Ben Folds concert, but you do need a ticket. After hundreds of students waited in line behind security officials for their chance to purchase tickets for the concert, others found another way to secure seats for the show. eBay has become one of the last places to find a ticket for the first Ben Folds 5 concert in nearly 10 years, because only a few tickets remain. Fans aren't afraid to drop big bucks in order to attend the event, in some cases paying 10 times the ticket's face value. The concert is Thursday at Memorial Hall.
If you've ever had to wait for a computer at Davis Library, listen up. From now on, students, faculty, and staff will need a valid Onion or PID number to log in to most Davis Library computers. Library officials decided to make the change after users complained about visitors taking up too many terminals. A few stand-up computers will still be available to guests for quick reference. Visitors will be able to get a temporary login limited to an hour per day, or may become registered borrowers for $25 a year.
Student government is up and running for the 2008-2009 school year. Committee chairs are charged with implementing plans they designed at cabinet kickoff. New officers got to know each other through a series of icebreakers. Cabinet heads brainstormed ideas for improving activities and educating students. Officers are now familiar with the functions and responsibilities of student government. Executive branch officers expect to see growth that will last after current students leave Carolina. Saving money isn't something we all want to do, especially during our college years.
Coming up, we'll tell you how you can furnish and decorate your rooms without breaking the bank.
Hey, there are a lot of ways we can help our community. Spending our money in Orange County, whether it's filling up the car or shopping at local businesses, helps maintain our roads, improves our children's schools, and creates jobs. Spending your money locally helps us all in a big way. So remember, shop Orange first.
Escucha Smokey antes de tratar. Solo tú. No juegues con fósforos, no juegues con fuego. No hay nada para tu pobre conejo asustado o un pobre ratón sin casa en que vivir. Si un hermoso bosque es lo que deseas, no juegues con fósforos, no juegues con fuego.
Solo tú puedes prevenir los fuegos en áreas naturales.
Buying furniture and stuff for your house can become quite expensive.
I found a place where you can get all you need to decorate your house or apartment and still have money left for a party in your new place. Once and Again is a consignment shop in Durham that sells used furniture and household items. It's a place where everyone is bound to find something to take home. Lorena Jordan is a UNC student and works at Once and Again. She sees all types of people come to the store every day.
Some younger people, some people that are a lot older. That's just things for everybody that have different interests or different tastes.
In addition to antiques, high-quality art, and name-brand items, stores like Once and Again offer some things that are a less expensive alternative for college students on a tight budget. Shirley Bednes has owned the store for more than 7 years and says shoppers can find many unique and well-made items at her store.
This is the best place to buy really good quality furniture that isn't going to fall apart and it's going to last for you.
I recommend coming here because there's good furniture here, and it's more furniture that you would actually want to have instead of going to some big department store and getting something that's too big and too expensive.
So whether you're looking for that perfect piece of furniture to fit in the small corner of your dorm room, just starting out your life as a recent graduate, or are sending your own kids off to college, stores like Once and Again can help you save a few bucks in tough economic times. I've shopped there once and then again a few more times. If you decide to check it out, it's just north of town on 15501.
That reminder to buckle up won't be on your car windshield much longer. Beginning next month, inspection stickers will be out the window. The state will require drivers to get an inspection prior to registering or renewing their license plates. The new registration sticker serves as an inspection sticker, requiring drivers to pay close attention to the expiration date. The state hopes to save money on stickers by making the switch. The techs at Jiffy Lube on Franklin Street welcome the new system.
I feel we will benefit from them because it's going to be an easier process and we won't have to put a sticker on, and there'll be no stickers to keep track of and have to keeping it safe and locked down. No chance of theft.
The new system will take effect October 1st, but your current sticker is still valid until the renewal date.
The campus group Playmakers is now in its second stage season and just presented the play in the Continuum. The play centered on 2 black women, one in Africa and one in Los Angeles. Both became infected with the HIV virus. After the play, experts served as a panel for open questions and conversation with audience members. Director of Education and Outreach for Playmakers, Jeffrey Mianza, said the format was designed so participants could take on important social and political issues.
Alpha Delta Pi hosted the Run-a-thon this past Saturday morning. The 5K marathon started at the Old Well and wrapped around UNC's campus. More than 250 runners took off from the Old Well. The $15 race registration fee bought a t-shirt and a chance to win some prizes. The 2 fastest racers won either an autographed tennis ball or basketball. Even Ronald McDonald was there to cheer the runners on as they crossed the finish line. All proceeds from the run-a-thon will benefit the Ronald McDonald House charities. And now we're joined by weathercaster Katie Costa.
Katie, shouldn't things be cooling off here pretty soon?
Well, we've been seeing very hot temperatures over the past few days, but we do have a cool down ahead. Your forecast is next.
Women's Center, may I help you?
The Women's Center is a nonprofit agency that has served as a meeting place for women in the Triangle since 1979, making it one of the oldest freestanding women's centers in the country. The mission of the Women's Center is to provide a supportive community where all women can inspire each other to grow, both personally and professionally.
I was going through a crisis at home and I contacted Helpline and they referred me directly to the Women's Center.
I think the Women's Center is really important for the community because it offers so many different kinds of resources, and if we don't have the resource here, we can find an avenue or a way for women to find the answers that they need.
It is inspiring. It's so exciting to be a part of something that really matters and really changes things.
You can support the Women's Center through membership or by sending a contribution to the Women's Center, 210 Henderson Street, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27514.
Welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm weather forecaster Katie Costa. Well, over the past few days, we've been seeing very hot temperatures, but fortunately, we will be seeing a cool down. And with those cooler temperatures, we will be seeing rain ahead in the forecast. So overall, we will be seeing more fall-like weather this week. Now, if we take a look at the U.S. satellite and radar, we see that there's really not too much going on over the country right now. The main story is down in southern Texas and southern Louisiana. These folks are experiencing some severe weather in thunderstorms and rain. Now, if we zoom into our region, the southeast satellite and radar, we see that there's a few patchy clouds over the middle part of the state, but nothing too significant, and a little bit of rain out to the west, but not too much of a big story here. If we zoom out to the current surface map, we see that we do have a cold front, however, that is just starting to make its way through the state, and this is what is going to be bringing us cooler temperatures and rain over the next couple of days. However, we do have high pressure out to our west, and this will be clearing us out on Thursday, bringing us sunnier conditions for the rest of the week. Now, if we zoom out even more to the Atlantic satellite and radar, we see that the tropics aren't really active right now, but we are keeping an eye on this low pressure system out here in the Atlantic. This could very well intensify to a tropical storm status, but as of right now, it's very low potential, but we are still keeping a watch out. Now, whether you are planning on being around State, Duke, or Chapel Hill this evening, it is going to be down into the low 60s, and we do have a slight chance of showers after midnight, so be sure to have rain gear with you just in case, because you might need it. And for tomorrow, look at those temperatures. Highs are only going to reach in the low 70s, a big difference from what we saw this past weekend. It's going to be about a 20-degree difference. And we do have a chance of rain tomorrow, so be sure to have that umbrella handy before heading to class because you are definitely going to need it. And over the next 4 days, we see that we are going to be having the chance of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. However, tomorrow the chance will be highest. And on Thursday, we will be having some sunshine once again. Few patchy clouds though, and on Friday, look at that, mostly sunny skies. It's going to be the best day to get out, and highs will be in the 70s this week. It's going to feel much cooler than this past weekend, and lows in the low 60s. So guys, it looks like that Friday is going to be the best day to get back out and enjoy the outdoors.
Wow, Katie, that sounds really nice after all this rain we've been having, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to enjoy it. I'll be stuck inside studying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, wave hi to me in the study carrel at the library for sure. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Every night there's something happening on Franklin Street. Tuesday, it's trivia night at Goodfellas. Manager Kevin Earl thought the town was missing something, so he came up with trivia night. Now, Fellas is the spot on Tuesdays. Here are the rules. Arrive at 10:30 for an 11 p.m. start. Get your group of no more than 4 together and come up with your team name according to that night's theme. No Blackberries or iPhones. Grab a drink and win prizes like Fellas gift certificates. Manager Kevin Earl makes up all the questions each week with help from his girlfriend.
Stuff that you might have had on your SAT or something like that to get into college, or basic elementary school questions, things like that. They're all over the place. So that's what really makes it fun.
There's even a pity prize for the team that stays from start to finish, gives a good effort, and just doesn't know the trivia. Just don't try to lose on purpose. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, Gervais, but I've got a trivia question for you. Who's the best sportscaster, college sportscaster in the United States?
Normally, I am horrible at trivia. I'm so bad because I've tried to do trivia nights a couple times, but I know this one. Definitely sportscaster Walter Storholt.
Well, thank you guys very much, and hopefully I won't be able to mess up too much over the next couple of minutes, but you build up the pressure quite a bit. So thank you very much.
Coming up in sports, there's a new sheriff in town. We'll introduce you to the new lacrosse coach.
There is really only one boy. One girl. One trade. One forest. One deep, dancing ocean. One mountain calling, one handful of sand through our fingers, one endless sky overhead, and one simple way to care for it all. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
Change can be a good thing, and members of the UNC lacrosse team are hoping change leads them to the top. Sports reporter Aaron Summers spent the morning talking to junior lacrosse player Matthias McCall to learn more.
The UNC men's lacrosse players are starting a new season with a whole new outlook. They come into the fall having to trust a new coach, a man who didn't recruit them.
I mean, we have a lot of pressure on us because of the new coach, and we're a young team looking to make some noise this year, and we have a lot of enthusiasm, and I think that's going to carry us a long way.
Joe Bresci became the 12th men's head coach at UNC, replacing John Haas, who posted a 58-52 record in his 8 years as UNC's head coach.
It's the same every year. We want to win the ACCs and then go on win the national championship.
After a disappointing 2006 season, with so much talent on the 2007 team, Athletics Director Dick Brador gave Haas one more year. But a first-round loss in the championship tournament meant it was out with the old and in with the new.
Coach Bresci was a perfect fit. He's a UNC alumni and has a great relationship with Coach Perkins. They played together. So once we found out that it was Coach Bresci coming in, we were very excited because we knew we had a good man as a coach.
Most players seem to support the change.
Coach Bresci, Coach Myers, and Coach Perkins are very good at breaking things down, making it simple and easy to learn.
But the adjustments to a whole new coach will take time, especially when last year's coach was the one who persuaded them to play for Carolina in the first place. In Chapel Hill, I'm Aaron Summers, Carolina Week Sports.
Lacrosse is a spring sport, and the players will be working hard between now and then to get ready for the new campaign. And the football team's 44-12 destruction of Rutgers on Thursday is certainly a good sign as the Heels prepare to play Virginia Tech this Saturday. And Carolina might see the return of some big-time contributors who were either out or questionable for the Rutgers game. Coach Butch Davis says the team needs to prepare well to succeed against the Hokies.
It'll be a very good game. It's the first ACC game, so obviously you want to get off to a good start and you want to play well, and it all starts with how well we practice this week.
The Heels will play Virginia Tech at Kenan Stadium this Saturday at 3:30. ABC will televise the game. Carolina goes for win number 3. And the rain didn't keep the Heels from their ACC opener as they pulled out a victory against NC State. Friday night's game was full of yellow cards, aggressiveness, intensity, bruises, jersey grabbing, and, of course, pushing. The much-anticipated matchup between the ACC rivals came down to a game of sweat, heart, and desire. Both teams battled it out on the field, but it was the Tar Heels who proved to want it more. Freshman Chris Lebo helped the Heels tie up the game in the second half. The players gave everything they had left on the field to try and take the lead, but fell short. So they got a 5-minute overtime against the Wolfpack, and senior midfielder Gary Lewis was the man of the hour, scoring the goal for the Tar Heels and leading them to their first ACC victory. The cross-country team is looking for a successful season. After the cancellation of their first event last weekend, the Heels were well rested for the UNC Challenge on Saturday. Evan Wachampino captured first overall for the men in the 8K, and Lauren Holish grabbed the first for the women's side in the 5K. The Tar Heels claimed the overall team title. Coach Michael Whittlesey thinks both the men and women performed well and says the men are really coming together.
You can start to see some guys that maybe had some competitive issues in the past have really figured some things out, and they're just building their confidence from here, and every step of the way we should be building that a lot more.
Following the meet, Carolina held a 5K run to fundraise for the UNC Children's Hospital. Anybody could come out and run to raise money for the kids. It costs $10 to participate. UNC also sponsored a voluntary children's 50-yard dash and a mile run. And sophomore swimmer Allison Barnes remains in critical condition. On TarHeelBlue.com, Barnes' family released a statement saying she's now breathing without a ventilator. The family is asking for everyone to pray for a full recovery. Last Tuesday, Barnes became ill at practice. She's been at UNC hospitals ever since. Have you ever watched a Steven Seagal movie and thought to yourself, I can do that? Well, his martial arts style is called Aikido, and the members of UNC's Aikido club make it look easy, but it's not. Aikido is a Japanese martial arts style that uses footwork, joint locks, and throws as a way to use an attacker's force against him. But before you can learn how to throw, you have to learn how to fall. Club President Derek Mobley says the club is always open to new members and that Aikido techniques can be useful in student life, even when you're not fending off multiple attackers.
I had a
bike accident. It was like right after I'd just gotten my blue belt, and I flew over the handlebars, and just instinctively I did, just sort of our back fall, and I was totally fine. I got up and everyone was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, yeah, I'm fine.
Lots of Carolina teams had a good weekend on the road. Women's soccer tied Stanford and beat Santa Clara. The volleyball team fell to Colorado State 3-0 on Friday, but responded with a win against Colorado on Saturday. Field hockey swept the weekend with wins against Penn State and Westchester, and men's golf finished 18th at the Carpet Capital Collegiate, and the women's team is tied for 5th at the Cougar Classic with 2 rounds to go. And former Carolina basketball standout Sam Perkins, a member of the 1982 National Championship team, will be inducted into the New York City Basketball Hall of Fame. He averaged nearly 16 points per game in his 4-year stint as a Tar Heel and was a first-team All-American in 1984. He's now Vice President of Player Relations for the Indiana Pacers. So much happening in sports this week, guys. It's great to see. Carolina has such a surplus of sports, all the way from the Aikido club to our varsity sports and club sports, as we've seen in the past. And it's a lot of fun to keep up with it and follow it. But one sport I'm really looking forward to, of course, is this weekend's football game.
Yeah, well, of course, Beth and I are going to be in the library studying. But for those of you who are going to go, well, actually, I want to know about you. What do you think? Who's your prediction? Who's going to win?
Oh, I think Carolina can pull it out. Virginia Tech seems to be struggling a little bit this year. Carolina's looking pretty good. And I'm ready to start the Brandon Tate for Heisman chance right now. So keep that in mind. We'll see how he does in the next game.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much, Walter. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
And go to Hillsboro? We'll explain why after the break.
When you buy disposable and overpackaged products for your home, you're really saying, I'm fine with depleting natural resources. Pollute our air and water. Energy? Wasted. People tell you, hey, go for less packaging. Check out reusables. Buy stuff in bulk. Well, you tell them, no thanks. I'd rather throw it all away. Buy smart, waste less, save more.
If you have a story idea, contact Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27599.
When it's blazing hot outside, we don't often think about eating chili, but reporter Stella Trent says some people in Hillsboro think the hotter, the better.
Home cooks such as Clifton Baldwin joined restaurateurs and professional chefs at the cook-off. The Baldwin family didn't have any plans for Saturday, so they decided to enter the competition.
Well, my daughter and I, we're the ones that made it. My wife, she came here as a moral support. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of a family thing. And my brother's here with his daughter, so it's just having fun.
$5 bought you 5 tasting tickets, which got you 5 different 3-ounce samples of chili or salsa. Chapel Hill band Wicked Steep Hill played as visitors ate and danced their way around Eno River parking deck. Chilies and salsas were scaled by heat, so taste buds were on alert. Event organizer Margaret Wood-Cannell says the chilies and salsas weren't the only things putting off heat.
Especially since it's 91 degrees today and you don't generally eat chili when it's that hot. We're real pleased with the turnout so far.
Unlike some chili cook-offs, this one didn't discriminate against certain ingredients. Self-proclaimed chili purists say if you know beans about chili, you know chili ain't got no beans. However, at the Hillsboro Chili and Salsa Cook-Off, anything goes.
But this is a freestyle, so it actually can be anything you want it to be. With beans, without beans, vegetarian, whatever, pork, chicken.
A panel of 3 judges rated the chilies and salsas on taste, aroma, substance, and presentation. In the end, there could be only 1 chili winner and 1 salsa winner. Competitors who didn't take home a prize, like the Baldwin family, were still able to eat, drink, and be merry, and that was prize enough. In Hillsboro, I'm Sarah LaTrent, Carolina Week.
Well, I sure do love chili, and you're dressed like a chili today, so I guess it works out.
Certainly am.
That does it for this edition of Carolina Week.
Thanks for watching. Good night.